You probably remember Hooky as that weird SpongeBob episode where fishing hooks fall from the sky and SpongeBob gets yanked around like a wet sock. But what if I told you that this goofy little episode is actually one of the darkest in the whole series? Because Hooky isn't just about fishing. It's about addiction. Straight up, sneaky, scary addiction, all disguised as a cartoon. Let's talk about it. The episode starts off light. SpongeBob's working at the Krusty Krab when Mr. Krabs bursts in, looking like he's seen a ghost. He slams the door, peeks out the blinds, and whispers the word. Hooks. Already, the tone shifts. Mr. Krabs is terrified. He tells SpongeBob these metal hooks are back, and if you mess with them, they'll drag you up to the surface and you'll end up in a can of tuna. And SpongeBob? He listens. He's freaked out. He trusts Mr. Krabs. But then Patrick shows up. Patrick tells SpongeBob he's been riding the hooks all day. They're awesome. They're fun. He dares SpongeBob to try it. SpongeBob hesitates. He knows it's a bad idea. He literally just got a warning from his boss who has seen this before. But Patrick calls him a chicken. And that's all it takes. SpongeBob gives in. The first ride is innocent, harmless, a little thrill. And then another, and another. Soon, they're inventing games with the hooks, daring each other to go higher, get closer, risk more. They're laughing, cheering, living in the moment. It's not just fun anymore. It's euphoria. And SpongeBob is hooked. This is where the addiction metaphor becomes impossible to ignore. Mr. Krabs is the voice of reason. He's seen people get caught up in this. He knows how dangerous it is. But SpongeBob, he's got the itch. He starts sneaking away from work. He lies to Mr. Krabs about where he's going. He can't focus. All he wants is to ride the hooks. Let's pause for a second, because this is textbook addictive behavior. Temptation, peer pressure, excuses, hiding it, choosing the thrill over responsibility. This is how addiction starts. Not with some dark, evil choice, but with something that seems fun, rebellious, and harmless. Just one try. Just one more ride. Until one more becomes a habit. What's even more powerful is how the show captures the denial. SpongeBob knows the hooks are dangerous. He keeps repeating what Mr. Krabs said. He even tries to scare Patrick off with it. But he still goes back. Because denial isn't about not knowing the risks. It's about convincing yourself they don't apply to you. SpongeBob thinks he's in control. Spoiler, he's not. There's this scene where SpongeBob tries to make a deal with himself. He won't touch the hooks. He'll just look. Then he won't look. He'll just sit near them. Then just one ride. This is the exact mental gymnastics people go through when trying to justify destructive behavior. It's not full-blown addiction yet, but it's right there on the edge. Then we hit the breaking point. SpongeBob gets caught. Literally. A hook snags his pants, yanks him into the air, and for a second, it looks like he's done for. Patrick cheers like it's a ride at the fair. But SpongeBob, he's screaming in terror. And this moment changes him. He finally sees the danger isn't theoretical. It's real. It's immediate. It almost killed him. And who saves him? Mr. Krabs, the one who warned him from the beginning. He pulls him back down, rips the hook out of his pants, and gives him one final warning. You play with them hooks again, and it's Davy Jones' locker for you. The metaphor is crystal clear now. Mr. Krabs isn't just talking about fishing. He's talking about death, addiction, consequences. The moment feels serious because it is serious. SpongeBob is ashamed. He breaks down and admits it. I just wanted to try it. Just once. That line right there. That's the emotional core of the episode. It's the sentence every addict says at the start of the spiral. Just once. Just to see what it's like. But just once becomes twice. Then a dozen times. Then something you can't stop. SpongeBob got out before it went that far. But not everyone does. And that's where the final punch comes in. Because while SpongeBob learns his lesson, Patrick doesn't. He's still riding the hooks, giggling, floating away, completely unaware of how close he is to disaster. He doesn't hit rock bottom. He doesn't get pulled back. He just keeps going up. It's a funny ending until you realize what it's really saying. Not everyone makes it out. So yeah, Hooky is still a silly SpongeBob episode with fishing jokes and cartoon logic. But underneath all of that, it's a surprisingly realistic story about peer pressure, temptation, and addiction. It shows how people fall into dangerous habits, how they lie to themselves, how they ignore warnings, and how sometimes it takes a near disaster to finally see the truth. What makes Hooky so powerful is that it doesn't preach. It doesn't moralize. It shows. It lets you laugh at SpongeBob's stupidity and then suddenly realize how close it all feels to real life. It's an allegory hidden in plain sight. And maybe that's what makes it hit harder than the serious shows that spell it all out. Because this one, you didn't expect it. Thanks for watching. If this episode ever made you laugh, and now makes you think, mission accomplished. And next time someone tells you SpongeBob is just a kid's show, remind them that Bikini Bottom went deep. Stay smart, stay safe, and maybe skip the next ride on the hooks.